The story of John Joseph Gotti Jr. begins not with the glitz of Manhattan nightlife, but in the cramped tenements of the Bronx, where he was born on October 27, 1940. The fifth of 13 children, young John entered a world where survival was a daily struggle. His father, John Joseph Gotti Sr., swung between construction jobs and unemployment, while his mother, Philomena Fanny DeCarlo, managed their chaotic household. The Gotti family mythology contained curious contradictions. While tabloids later claimed the elder Gotti was a Naples immigrant, John Jr. vehemently insisted his father was New Jersey-born. The truth lay somewhere in between. The senior Gotti's parents had indeed emigrated from an impoverished village near Naples, bringing with them a surname that family legend connected to the ancient Goths who sacked Rome. This invented nobility would later appeal to Gotti's theatrical sense of self. By the mid-1950s, the Gottis relocated to East New York, Brooklyn, a neighborhood then undergoing violent transformation. Young John found himself drawn to the Fulton Rockaway Boys, a street gang that served as farm team for the Gambino crime family. His early criminal apprenticeship involved running numbers for local bookmakers, accidentally damaging storefronts that refused protection payments, and serving as lookout during hijackings at the nearby docks. A pivotal moment came in 1956, when a stolen cement mixer crushed Gotti's left foot during a botched theft. The resulting nerve damage forced him to develop his distinctive rolling gait, part limp, part arrogant strut, that would later become his signature in courtrooms and social clubs. Gotti's formal induction into organized crime followed a classic path. After dropping out of Franklin K. Lane High School at 16, he became a full-time errand boy for Carmine Fatico's crew. The Bergen Hunt and Fish Club in Ozone Park served as his classroom, where he learned the art of truck hijacking, specializing in JFK airport cargo, loan shark mathematics, vig rates, and knee-breaking schedules. The sacred Omerta code often honored in the breach. His 1960 fling with Victoria DiGiorgio, a half-Italian, half-Russian Jewish girl, resulted in an unplanned pregnancy and shotgun wedding. For 2 years, Gotti attempted domesticity, working legitimate jobs, including press operator at the Ace Coat Factory, earning $3.25 an hour, truck driver for the Five Star Trucking Co., and working as a union shop steward, his first taste of labor racketeering. The straight life couldn't compete with the adrenaline of crime. By 1966, Gotti had fully recommitted to the Gambino family, mastering the emerging science of airport freight theft. His crew developed sophisticated techniques, paying off Air France cargo handlers for manifests, using police scanners to track security patrols, creating ghost trucks with forged shipping papers. The FBI finally caught up in 1968 when surveillance caught Gotti's crew loading $50,000 worth of women's dresses into a U-Haul at JFK. While out on bail, he compounded his troubles by hijacking a cigarette truck, a mistake that earned him 3 years at Lewisburg Federal Penitentiary. Prison became an advanced education, where Gotti networked with Philadelphia mobsters teaching union infiltration, Sicilian mafiosi sharing heroin trade secrets, corrupt guards demonstrating evidence tampering. Gotti's big break came in 1973 when Carlo Gambino needed revenge for his nephew's murder. The hit on Irish gangster James McBratney showcased Gotti's evolving methodology, disguising his team as detectives for the arrest ruse, using a crowded bar to ensure witnesses, immediately eliminating accomplices who might flip. The Gambino family took notice. Underboss Agnello Della Croce became Gotti's patron, while boss Paul Castellano viewed him as a useful but dangerous street thug. This tension came to a head after Castellano's shocking 1976 power grab, bypassing Della Croce to name his cousin as successor. The 1980s became Gotti's decade of ambition. While Castellano lived like a recluse in his Staten Island mansion, complete with a $250,000 security system, Gotti cultivated media relationships with crime reporters, political connections through construction unions, and a new generation of loyalists, including his brothers Gene and Peter. The December 16, 1985 assassination of Castellano outside Sparks Steakhouse wasn't just a mob hit, it was a corporate takeover. Gotti's tactical innovations included scheduling the hit during Christmas shopping crowds, using walkie-talkies to coordinate the shooters, and personally surveying the scene to confirm the kill. Gotti's reign as Gambino boss coincided with the Mafia's last golden age. At its peak, his empire included 23 union locals, generating $2 million per month in kickbacks, 12 waste management companies, 6 Wall Street boiler rooms running penny stock scams, and 3 garment district sweatshops. His 1987 acquittal on racketeering charges, thanks to jury tampering, made him a folk hero. The media frenzy reached absurd levels. GQ published his fashion tips, nightclubs created Dapper Don cocktails, tour buses pointed out his social clubs. But the FBI's electronic surveillance operation was closing in. Their breakthrough came from an unexpected source: the Ravenite Social Club's upstairs apartment where Gotti held meetings. The bugs captured detailed discussions of 4 murders, bribery schemes involving building inspectors, and shockingly frank assessments of his crew's incompetence. The 1992 trial became a media circus with unprecedented security. The anonymous jury was sequestered at an undisclosed hotel, bomb-sniffing dogs swept the courtroom daily, and U.S. Marshals escorted witnesses through underground tunnels. Marion Federal Prison's Notorious Control Unit became Gotti's final address. His 23-hour-a-day solitary confinement included a 6 by 8 foot concrete cell, meals passed through a slot in the steel door, and 1 15-minute phone call per month. Even incarcerated, Gotti attempted to rule through proxies. His brother Peter took over day-to-day operations, while his son John Jr. handled street collections. Gotti's daughter Victoria ran messages through prison visits. The cancer diagnosis in 1998 exposed the family's crumbling power. As tumors consumed his throat, Gotti endured experimental radiation treatments and a tracheotomy that stole his voice. His June 10, 2002 death at age 61 marked the end of an era. The funeral restrictions spoke volumes. No procession through Little Italy, a limit of 75 mourners, and a prohibition preventing the display of mob insignia. Gotti's legacy proved more destructive than even his prosecutors predicted. The Gambino family fractured into warring factions. Electronic surveillance became standard in all major mob cases, and New York's construction industry finally broke free of mafia control. Yet, in unexpected ways, his flamboyance presaged modern celebrity culture. Today's Instagram gangsters owe their playbook to Gotti's understanding that in America, notoriety often outlives legitimacy.